Here at Turner Contemporary, we're absolutely delighted to have Sol LeWitt's Wall Drawing #1136 in the Clore Learning Studio. This really vibrant drawing has taken weeks to install, but we hope you'll get lots from seeing this fantastic display of colour. Sol LeWitt was an American artist, hugely influential in terms of his practice on other artists, but a key figure in conceptual art. This work exists on an ongoing basis and it can be recreated in different spaces. The sort of precision, repetition that are very much part of this wall drawing get us to consider a wider set of issues around colour. Life in Technicolor is a film that's been made by a group of young people over the last few months, really considering Sol LeWitt's wall drawing. They've been exploring issues around creativity, art production and colour. And on that journey, they've been to galleries around the country, as well as spending time here at Turner Contemporary. The film brings together lots of different ideas and really sets out how important colour, creativity and a celebration of youth activity really is in Turner Contemporary's programmes.
There's more aspects of colour than you might think. When you look at it, you think, oh, that's red or that's blue, but it's very different to that. There's more depth.
Colour is light. We are hardwired from our evolution to perceive colour. It's the very first thing we notice and we respond to.
Those 7 mixed together actually make white. Those 7 colours in different combinations actually make any colour you've ever seen. In fact, they make any colour it's ever possible to see, because those are the entire spectrum of light that we can see. So, those ones actually create all the great artwork you've ever seen. It's all just these colours.
Around all atoms, and metals included, there's a cloud of electrons. It's the movement of those electrons, the transitions between one energy state and another, that gives rise to colour. And they absorb light at precisely the same colour that they give it out.
In the Middle Ages, on a sunny day, the inside of Canterbury Cathedral would have been illuminated. You had plenty of daylight coming through them. They were meant to flood the place with colour.
You can really feel like you're there and you're actually in the colour.
If you have a stained glass window or a painting which hasn't got any white in it, just colours, it just turns into a soup of colour, and they all kind of fight against each other, and none of the colours gets a chance to develop its own quality.
The primaries are not actually primary colours. Red is a mixture of yellow and magenta, therefore it cannot be primary.
If you talk about the yellow, some people think it's really bright. The artists that came with Lucy and scientists were saying it was actually the thought of a suicide.
Red is like, it's an interruption and it's a feeling, but it's not something you can know and lock down to a piece of paper.
Red light has a long wavelength, so it's waving gently through space, as it were. The blue light is a much shorter wavelength. It's zigzagging up and down quite rapidly by comparison.
Green sits in the middle, and that is the colour that is generally deemed to be most restful.
Yellow, we all think of the sun, but for me, if somebody was very yellow, I'd know instantly, I think they're ill, something's wrong.
Sol LeWitt is not interested in illusions, but he can't avoid what's called the figure ground effect. So you can't perceive a figure without a ground upon which it sits.
Oh, it's different and very loud, stereotypical 80s and colours and things.
With the artwork, you absorb the image and the colour, but with this particular one, the colour sort of absorbs you.
It feels like the other ones come out and the grey goes in. All of these are sort of almost three-dimensional, they're pushing out of the wall, but it feels like the grey is pushing back into the wall.
You can really feel like you're there and you're actually in the colour, really. Because the sea's going to be seen in that room, it might give another atmosphere.
Different day, different sort of light, and the colour looked different.
Exploring the colour, it causes you to think more about what it means, and looking at, so it's like wall hanging, it makes you think about it in a different way.